quick, before the video starts, I want to say sorry for how much I had to speed up the footage in this video. As you can see by the title, I make 21 different drawings in this video, which is a lot for one video. So as a result, I had to speed up the footage a lot more than I normally would. So I just wanted to say sorry in case it's a little bit harder to watch. On one hand, I am a little worried about it because I don't want to hurt anyone's eyes. But also on the other hand, I know a lot of you guys focus on your own drawings while you watch my videos anyway, so personally, it didn't really bother me, but I know that it would bother some people, so I just wanted to put that in here. I tried to make the video as long as I could in terms of audio, but as you can see, it's not the longest, so just thought I would mention that before I get into it, and thanks for watching. Hello and welcome back to my channel. Hope you're doing well. Before I say anything else in this video, don't comment. All the characters in this video are going to be named in the description in order of their appearance. I don't want to see any comments of who is character at insert timestamp here. They're in the description. Anyways, today's my birthday! By the time you guys are seeing this, the day it is uploaded, it's my birthday! Super fun, super cool. This year my birthday ended up falling on a Wednesday, which as we all know is my usual posting day, so I got really excited. When I found out that it was on a posting day, I really wanted to make a video to celebrate my birthday. That might seem kind of backwards. I think some people might be like, take a break, which a lot of you guys wanted me to. If I remember right, I normally do take a break, like the week of my birthday, I just won't post anything. But not this year, because, my god, I don't know why I really wanted to post this year, but I did, so yeah. A lot of you guys wanted me to take a break and relax and just enjoy myself on my birthday, but instead I made a massive speed paint, so here you go. And I actually almost did take a break, just because I couldn't really come up with any ideas of what I wanted to do, even though I knew I wanted to make something. But then it hit me. I thought it would be a really cool idea to draw 21 different protagonists from series that I like, because if you don't know, I'm turning 21. Yes, I know I sound and look like I am 12, but I assure you, I'm 21 years old as of the day you're seeing this. But I really liked that idea, so I immediately started working on it, and I didn't want to do 21 favorite characters because one, there would be some repetitive stuff. Like we all know, I love series like Fairy Tail and Ace Attorney, and I could very easily make half or more of these characters from this series. I wanted to have a bit more variety than that. And also, I currently have a series on my channel where I draw favorite characters, my alphabetical order series. Don't worry, I'm working on the next part. I didn't forget about it. Everyone thinks I forget about that series. I did not. But I thought that the protagonists made for a really good theme, because I mean, not to get all philosophical, but we're all kind of the protagonists of our own lives, so I decided to just sit down, make a list of 21 different protagonists, and here we go! I have been posting some of the drawings on both Instagram and Twitter, because I've been posting more art on Twitter. Go follow me there. A lot of people thought that I was either drawing my favorite characters, drawing characters that I kin, which bold of you to assume I have a kin list, or just drawing characters from series that have inspired me over the years. And there are definitely some series that have inspired me. And I think that when you see my characters, or even my stories that I talk about on this channel, and then you take a look at some of the anime, games, TV shows, whatnot that I'm interested in, you can probably see some of the inspiration here and there. So I guess that's partly true, but you know. Even though I thought that the theme of protagonists was a really cool idea, I did come across a couple of difficulties when I was making the list of characters that I wanted to draw in this video, because there are some characters where like the line was a little bit blurred. I think the most notable one is when I draw the characters Carole and Tuesday. They are from an anime called Carole and Tuesday. And I wanted to pick like the protagonist. In a lot of series there's like a set of main characters, but there's always like the main protagonist who I guess is like the face of the franchise or the series, for lack of a better word. And Carole and Tuesday both fit that. But like, since they are from the same show, I didn't want to like separate them. It didn't make a whole lot of sense to me to draw them separately, so I decided to put them together because the show is called Carole and Tuesday and they're both like the singular protagonist. And then another line that was a little bit blurred was drawing Phoenix from Ace Attorney and Apollo also from Ace Attorney. Typically, Phoenix is the protagonist throughout pretty much all the games, except for Apollo Justice, which is why I included Apollo here, because he's the protagonist of his own game. I felt like I could justify putting them both in this video, but I didn't draw them together because they are protagonists of separate things, and I don't even think anybody really cares, because I'm making up the rules to this anyway, but just for anyone wondering, my reasoning is just fuck you, I do what I want. So, that's what I did. Another character that I kind of struggled with as far as debating whether or not to even include was Mafuyu. I think that's how you say his name, from Given. I really wanted to include Given because I really like that anime. I think it's wonderful. And I'm dying to see the movie. But I wasn't exactly sure who the protagonist of Given would technically be, because if it's not Mafuyu, it would be Uneyama. I think that's how you say it. I'm horrible with their names. I'm so sorry. But I wasn't sure which one of the two would technically be considered the protagonist. I think a lot of people see them as equals in that front, but I decided to go with Mafuyu because a lot of it centers around him and his backstory and all that stuff. I won't spoil anything, but if you've seen the show, you know what I mean. And Uneyama was originally on the list, but then the more I thought about it, I decided to draw Mafuyu because I just thought that personally he fits the bill for the protagonist just a little bit more, but honestly, either or could have been perfectly fine for this video. Another franchise that I desperately wanted to include in this video was Pokemon. If you know me even a little bit, I really like Pokemon. I've loved playing the games since I was little. I haven't watched the anime in years, but I used to love the anime. I have a bunch of the movies on DVD. I collect the cards, the whole shebang. I fucking love Pokemon. But also seeing as how many games there are, picking a protagonist would be kind of difficult, I guess. And also there is always the classic, are you a boy or a girl? R.I.P. non-binary Pokemon fans, I'm so sorry for you. Professor Oak does not validate your identity. I wasn't quite sure how I wanted to go about that because technically speaking there are tons of protagonists in Pokemon, but I decided to go with Red because he's the OG. Even if throughout the series, every single new generation, there is a new protagonist, I feel like Red will always be the face of the series at least a little bit, and Ash Ketchum is a pretty famous fictional character, even to people who don't know Pokemon, and he was based off of Red from the original games. I didn't draw him in his original costume, just because I thought that this outfit of his would be more interesting. If you don't know, there's an app called Pokemon Masters where a bunch of the different characters are in it. I drew him in his outfit from there just because I thought visually it would be a little bit more interesting, but it also very much is reminiscent of his original outfit, so that's why I decided to include that in there. But I debated which character to include, and it was a hard time, because holy fuck, there are a lot of Pokemon games. Technically, he's not the protagonist of Pokemon Masters, so maybe I shouldn't have drawn him in his Masters clothes, but again, fuck you, I do what I want. It's my birthday. There are no rules here. I'm making up the rules. And I say there's no rules. That's very contradictory, but whatever. Kind of on the same topic, there are some characters or series that I really wanted to include. Leo, when did you even get in here? It's not about you, it's not your birthday. Go! One character that I would have absolutely loved to include in this video is Athena Sykes, also from Ace Attorney. But because Capcom is full of cowards, she does not star in her own game, so I didn't think it would make sense to put her in here. So I mean, come on Capcom, make Athena Sykes Ace Attorney. What are you waiting for? What's holding you back, you fools? But even though I did want to include her, I decided it wouldn't really make sense, because even though she is like a main character of her debut game and future games, it's not like Phoenix or Apollo where you play almost exclusively as her. It's kind of evenly divided between the games she's in, or at least I'm assuming it. I haven't played Speed of Justice yet, but I'm working on it. Another series that I wish I could have included was Doki Doki Literature Club. Big fan of that game, but you kind of play as the protagonist. Like, there isn't a face for the protagonist of that game, like, it's you. And I could have probably made, like, Monica or something, but she's not really a protagonist, and I don't know, I as much as I love that series, I couldn't really find a way to fit it in here, so I did my best with including a bunch of different series. There are a couple of repeating franchises, like I said, there's the two Ace Attorney characters, and then there's Avatar, there's both Aang and Korra, but typically I tried to keep it pretty diverse within like the different characters that I drew. And I also really wanted to keep them kind of simple since I am drawing 21 drawings, which is fucking kind of insane now that I'm thinking about it. Just putting 21 drawings in a video. I might have gotten a little overambitious, but since I am making that many drawings, I wanted to keep the style pretty simple. That's why they're in a more like chibi-ish style, and things like shading and highlights for some people might still be a little bit intricate, but more simple for what I typically do. On average, I spend 5 or 6 hours on a digital illustration. I think more closer to 5 hours. That's usually what it averages out to whenever I make a digital drawing. So I really wanted to cut that about in half. I didn't want to spend any more than 3 hours on a drawing. The goal was 2 hours, which for the most part I achieved. I tended to average out like 2.5 hours per drawing, but there were some where I went way over. I think one of them actually ended up taking like 5 hours. I believe it was the Shira one. I couldn't help it. Sometimes I really got into a drawing and I couldn't do it. I was having a lot of fun. Some of them I was also completely anticipating spending a lot more time on. Mostly the Carole and Tuesday one because I was going to be drawing 2 characters in the same illustration. That one did end up taking me about 4 hours, if I can remember right. And then I knew I would be spending a little bit more time on characters who had more complicated outfits, so like lightning, just stuff like that. I allowed myself to spend a little bit more time on them, but I mean, I still generally wanted to keep them. I wanted to keep them pretty simple, and I wanted to finish them a little bit quicker. I didn't want to spend a whole lot of time on them, which, aside from a couple of exceptions, I accomplished pretty nicely. And because of how many drawings that I'm making in this video, not all of them can be like perfect 10 out of 10 drawings. I don't think anybody can make a perfect 10 out of 10 drawing anyway, but you know, while I definitely think that there are some that I'm super, super proud of and some that I'm less proud of, I really like them all. I mean, I definitely have my favorites, but I'm actually really proud of how all of them came up, turned out. You know, I'm 21 and I'm still bad at words. It happens. Generally, I really like them, and I was thinking about taking some of my favorites and putting them on my Redbubble shop, available for stickers and stuff. I have a couple that I would really, really like to put up, but let me know your favorite designs and maybe it'll happen. Maybe I'll make phone cases or something. I don't know. I feel like stuff like this, the design is more suited for stickers because it's just a character. There isn't like a background or even a background element, but you let me know your thoughts. This video is 100% just completely self-indulgent. I don't draw fan art too often. It is something that I do on my channel every now and again, but typically I focus more on original content, so like my own original characters, my own original stories, and stuff like that. And so even though I do make fan art somewhat regularly, I mostly make original work, so this was a really nice break from that. Between making YouTube videos and making my webcomic that I'm working tirelessly on behind the scenes, I don't always get the opportunity to make fan art, so I really, really, really loved being able to do this. Some of the characters that I've drawn are from series that I love and obsess over to this day, and then some of them are from shows and series that I haven't thought about in years, and it was really, really nice to be able to revisit these characters and these series that I once really loved and forgot how much I loved. I do really like all of these series, so if you don't know any of these characters or any of these series, I would recommend going to the description and looking them up, getting into them, and letting me know your thoughts. I'd love to hear it. But yes, 21. I'm an adult, believe it or not. As I was posting the drawings on Instagram and Twitter and asking people if they could figure out what type of video I'm going to be making this week, some people have asked if it was talking about my growth as an artist in 21 years, or just like things that, like ways that I've changed in over 21 years and stuff like that, and I could, but to be honest, like, I might legally be an adult, can legally drink a big boy juice, but like, I don't feel like I'm super mature adult at the age of like 12, 14, 16. I would look at people who are 21 and I'm like, wow, a mature adult. As a 21-year-old, like, I don't know what I'm doing in life. So I could talk about like my art growth and I could talk about like my life growth over 21 years, but I mean, aside from being horribly bad at speaking, as we all are very much aware of, I'd have to sit down and like actually think about that sort of stuff and be able to process it, because like I'm just getting through life, man. And so I'm going to guess that the people who would comment that are people also my age who look up to my art and want to know more about it, look up to me and want to know more about me, or are just as lost in life as me and want to know more. But I mean, I'm here to tell you that, like, we all know my brand, the not professional guy. So if you're my age and you feel a little lost in life, or if you just don't know how to be an adult, which is very relatable, or anything along those lines, don't feel alone, because I'm there too. But yeah, I'm a year older, but I'm just as immature and stupid as ever. And like, truth be told, I could make a video like that where I talk about how I've changed and how my art has changed over the years, which I'm definitely open to doing in the future. But I mean, as of right now, I just kind of want to make something that's fun. Kind of just relaxing, I guess. There are some things in my personal life that I don't want to say dealing with right now, because that makes it sound so dramatic, and it's like, it's not anything bad, it's just, you know, life, which I will be talking about soon. But it's like, aside from just personal things between making YouTube videos a lot and working on my comic and just working in general, and I kind of wanted to just take it easy and stick around, to be honest. I thought you were going to get some really deep philosophical I'm getting older video, then sorry. Maybe next year, maybe a few years from now, I don't know. But I hope this suffices anyway. I have a lot of really fun videos coming out soon. A lot of really fun things that I'm going to be talking about soon. So I hope that you guys are all excited for that. And I want to just give a quick thank you to all of you for your continued love and support. I know that being a personality on YouTube is very strange, because it's like, you guys feel like you know me, but I don't know any of you guys. And it's very weird. You guys do care for me and watch out for me, and I really appreciate it. Like I said in the beginning of this video, a lot of you guys wanted me to just take a break this week and not post anything and just enjoy my time. But I mean, honestly, that I am enjoying my time. This is how I enjoy my time. So I do want to thank you for looking out for me, and wanting to make sure that I take care of myself. But also, like, I've been doing YouTube for quite a bit now, and it's very weird because I started on my channel when I was, what, like 17, and now I'm 21. And there are some people who have been here from the beginning that are watching this video right now, who have watched me grow into an adult, and it's kind of weird, but also, I don't want to say like kind of cool, but I mean, I guess kind of cool. But it means a lot that like so many people support me and want me to take care of myself. So I wanted to say thank you. Everybody on my channel is always so eager to see more of my art, regardless of its original work, fan art, whatever it may be. They're always excited to hear from me. I get comments fairly regularly saying that people really look forward to Wednesdays, because that means I'm going to be posting a video, and that stuff really means a lot to me. If you are a regular viewer of my channel, you might be able to gather that at times I don't have the best impression of myself. Which I think is fairly common for a lot of people. I mean, we all have our ups and downs, but especially for people who struggle with like anxiety and depression, like me. What's up, my mentally ill squad? But it just really means a lot to me that even after all these years, people are really excited to see what I have to offer, whether that's the things I have to say, the art I have to make, whatever it may be. Just thank you so much for all of your love and support throughout all of these years, and I hope that you continue to love and support me for the years to come. Like I said, I have a lot of really fun stuff coming, and I hope that you'll stay along for the ride. That got a little bit more serious than I intended it to get, but I hope you enjoyed that. I think I'm probably going to wrap this up here, not drag this on a little bit longer. I ran out of notes a while ago, so I don't wanna, I don't know how ridiculous this video is going to sound from this point on. So we're going to quit while we're ahead, if we were ever even ahead. Thank you so much for watching. If you like this video, give it a thumbs up. Let me know if there are any characters in this video that you liked, or if I introduced you to a new show or a series or whatever it may be. Let me know. And also let me know which one of these drawings is your favorite. Maybe I'll put them up on Redbubble, I don't know. I feel like I always say I'll put this up on Redbubble and then I don't. I promise I will this time. I'll also probably post that Chihiro drawing I made a while ago that everybody loved. Remind me in the comments so I don't forget. And if you are new here, hello, my name is Oliver. I post a new video here every single Wednesday. If you haven't subscribed already, I would really appreciate it if you can. I just love sharing my art and my characters and just stupid stuff I have to say with people, so if those are things that you're interested in, consider subscribing. It'd be nice to have you around. We have a neat little community here. I'm sure all of my other subscribers will welcome you with open arms. If you want to see more from me, you can follow me on social media, which will be on screen now and linked in the description box below. Usually I post my art to Instagram, but like I mentioned, I've been posting my art more to Twitter lately, so you can also follow me on Twitter if you want to see art. I'm going to be posting there kind of regularly. And since there are a lot of drawings in this video, I am going to be posting them divided up between both of those, so follow me on both if you want to see all of them. And there will be some videos on screen now and linked in the iCard for you to check out if you want. Thank you so much for watching, and I will see you next week. Bye.